Today I'm going to be giving you a walkthrough of the Battle Hardened quest inside of Flintlock. So this is one of the first quest lines that you have to do kind of by yourself. There's less tutorial and less prompts in this bit. So I'm going to walk you through all of the different bits and I'm going to give minimal commentary just so you can kind of play along with the game, and I'll just speak if there's anything that's worth noting or there's anything that needs explaining. But let's get right into it. So I just recommend following along where I go, the routes I go. Along the way, I do sometimes go in slightly the wrong direction, looking for something, but I will get back on track. So just bear that in mind.
Killing's dirty work, Enki. I only do it because I have to.
I see. Then how should I kill Ramuha when we get to her?
Quick as you can. Back of the head or straight to the heart.
No matter what.
No matter what.
You and Baz are close. He's your father, correct?
I had a father. A mother, too. Lost them a few months after the war invaded. If Baz hadn't found me, I'd have followed them right after.
How odd. You're only alive thanks to the kindness of a stranger.
Don't gods do that?
Your own volition.
I see you kept busy.
This
Where in the pit?
bandit, you haven't.
They're not close.
So at this point you're given 3 bullets to shoot these mannequins, and you need to make sure that you shoot each of them once. What I did on my first go by accident was I was trying to get the health down, so you can see the health doesn't go down on the mannequin. I keep trying to get it down thinking that's what I've got to do, but actually no, you just have to hit them one time. The problem with what I did was that it meant I ran out of bullets, and then when I tried to shoot the others I had no bullets, so I had to go back to Baz, I believe it's called, and I had to basically sleep or rest, and then once I got back up I had the bullets restored, so I could then go ahead and do it correctly. So just bear that in mind for when you do it. Make sure you shoot one each rather than trying to take one out.
That's it.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
Give it a couple more tries, just to be sure. That's my girl. That should do it. Got something else for you, too. Before I forget,
Whoa.
we don't have
Now you-
that mission.
So you...
No, twice.
I know you didn't want me to. Was there anyone else?
You mean Harlan?
Yeah,
Skipped over. I called in.
he volunteered.
At this point here, it became a little bit confusing. I was trying to free Mudfish, I thought this was a character or something like that, and the arrow was pointing me to this little island here. And I was a little bit confused by this, and what you actually have to do is just keep progressing on through the level, which I'll show you in a second, and then you have to go ahead and fight a boss. But you can see here I'm a little bit confused, slightly unsure where to go, so it took me a minute to realise where I did have to go. But as you can see up here, this is the boss you have to go ahead and fight to free Mudfish. He's pretty easy to go ahead and beat. And then the next steps after this are relatively self-explanatory.
Let's try the coffee shop. Maybe the Forge Master's there. Forge Master Young. Bastion. Forge Master.
She could prove her worth yet. I might have some.
Go on.
I might.
Go on.
There's a local carpenter.
Take care, good host.
The Forge Masters are
So at this point we need to go ahead and activate the, I think they're called warps or something like that, this thing here. And this is going to allow us to sort of teleport in the sky. So what I did right was the first one. The first one I did correctly, where I teleported over to it. And it was very simple, and I took out the banner, you just have to shoot it. But in a second I kind of didn't activate one of the teleport things, which made the journey a lot more difficult for me. You can still follow the route I did, but there is an easier route if you go back inside the sort of cafe, whatever it's called, and you come out the other door. There's going to be another teleport thing which allows you to get to the other points easier. So you can see right now, when I tried to go to the next point, I have to do a little bit of walking. It still works, but it's a little bit longer than I think the game intended. As you can see here, this is kind of where I get stuck.
Looks like you're a natural.
That one hurt.
You there? Are you with the Coalition? Any news from Dawn?
Good riddance to bad rags.
We should give the carpenter the good news. See?
Thank mercy for you. A job well. You know, I'm sure.
I'll keep an eye out. Let's hope that changes the Forge Master's mind.
Come on in. We're all friends here.
So you're not all talk.
All
You
Bella.
Is that the
Well, I will take-
you?
Take care, good host. Sugar.
You shouldn't have volunteered. Do you have any idea what you're going up against?
No, but it's got you quaking.
A revenant feeds from the magic of the great below itself. It enslaves the dead and corrupts everything around it. We should find another way into the city.
Oh, think of it like a trial run. If we can kill one of those things, we can take on Ramaha.
You'd risk your life for a measure of strength.
Only one to be sure.
Found anything worthwhile?
Rama.
You're empty. Try something else. Just a little bit.
We'll rise again. Leave Ramuha on our side.
is that thing?
Something's wrong.
What?
Fort wall's broken from the outside in. No sentries.
Which means...
Be ready for anything.
They're onto you, Nora.
Now, at this point, something I did wrong was I used all of the bullets I had available. I would recommend that you don't do this. You need to save at least one so you can go ahead and get through the exit. So, make sure that you have at least one bullet available because you need to shoot the barrel. Also, at this point, I was a little bit confused how you get through the exit, how you breach it. But I was able to find it eventually, so you can just follow that along.
They're everywhere.
It doesn't look like an invasion. They probably aren't even part of Ramuha's plan.
What am I gonna do, Enki? How am I gonna fix this?
But at this point you need a barrel, and if you don't have one, there is one in this area. You just have to follow the route that I take. Basically go up here. And then just make your way round. And again, I said keep the bullet because you'll need one to shoot this barrel to explode the exit, basically. So then if you go ahead and you look to the right, you can drop down. There's going to be like a barrel with a little line above it. Right there, you can go ahead and you can pick that up there. And at that point we can go back down to the exit here and we can go ahead and place it. As I said, I didn't have a bullet to shoot it, so I had to go all the way back. And I basically had to go ahead and fight another enemy so I could go ahead and get myself a bullet. I thought there was a chance I'd be able to go up to